Hello, friends. It's Pastor Dan, and I want to update you personally on the measures our leadership team is working on in response to the COVID-19 or coronavirus. As the days go by, the response to COVID-19 virus seems to be ramping up in all aspects of our culture. Communities are responding to protect especially those who are at high risk. I want to assure you that our church is working to stay well educated and prepared to respond in prudent ways to protect and serve our community. At this point, the risk to our community is very low. No cases have been confirmed in our area, and for most people, the disease presents minimal risk. However, we do need to act to protect the vulnerable and limit the spread as much as possible. Listen to healthcare providers and practice good prevention techniques. First, I would tell you, don't panic. Really, folks, this is not the first, nor will it be the last challenge we face as a community. When the rest of the world is fearful, it's the best time for us to show the world the one who faces all our fears. We stand assured of a God who is bigger than any fear that we face. The prophet Isaiah writes, "Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not anxiously look about you, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Surely I will help you. Surely I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." We trust in God to see us through. Secondly, the governor of Pennsylvania has issued a state of emergency for the Commonwealth to help deal with the potential spread of the virus. I'm here to add that God has issued a state of opportunity for the church to spread the love of Jesus during this very same time. As a faith community, friends have always been the first to run towards this kind of danger, not away from it. When smallpox, cholera, or even Ebola in modern times strike, the church is the one that runs to help. Now is the time to help the most vulnerable, to share our resources. Check on your elderly or health-compromised neighbors. Offer to go grocery shopping or run other errands so that those who are at most risk are protected. Rather than isolate, use this time to be the hands, washed and sanitized hands, but hands of Jesus to your neighbors. Just today, I made the first offer for our church to help a self-quarantining family because they had been in an exposure zone, not because they're sick, and with ordering groceries and getting groceries to their house and other medications and needs that they may have. Thirdly, I'd ask you to pray for God's hand of protection will cover our community. Pray that God will use this crisis to draw people to himself. Pray that God will open a door for you to shine the light of Jesus into the world. We've been praying, folks, for revival. Maybe there's no better time than this for the church to rise and share the love of Jesus with this generation. Pray with your friends and neighbors to help them turn their eyes to God, to bring shalom to fearful minds. If the virus spreads to our area, we're prepared to take all necessary steps to protect our congregation and our community. In the meantime, we're suggesting these few reasonable precautions. First, if you're someone of high risk, we encourage you to join us on Sunday mornings by live stream rather than in person. We have that live stream available to you for a reason. Use it. Don't come if you're at high risk. Don't expose yourself to that kind of risk, even here where it's minimal. You can link to our website. From there, you can easily link to the live stream every Sunday morning. If you or your children are feeling sick at all, if you're running a fever, please stay home. Take care of yourself and protect others by joining us by live stream. I will not be greeting people at the back door for the next several weeks until we find out where this virus is going, just simply to reduce the amount of exposure that people have, especially our elderly who are part of our congregation. We suggest that you use reasonable precautions and hand-washing techniques before and after service, once again to minimize the risk. We will endeavor to keep you up to date on any and all actions taken in response to the community spread of this virus. At this point, all services are being held as scheduled. We will use the one-call system to notify if any major changes are necessary. A special page is accessible from our webpage homepage to update you on any other changes. Go to our website, www.hughesvillefriends.org, and click on the Coronavirus Response button. Folks, this is the time for the church to rise, to love our neighbors, to care for the people in our community, and to extend the hand of Christ for all people. Thanks so much for listening. Make sure you spend the next few days really touching bases with your neighbors. Thanks. God bless.